Welcome back, VA user. In this video, we are going to learn weighted average PO costing method. Here again, I have taken one of the example in my Excel. I'm assuming that you would create one of the product category, and that product category will link the costing level as organization and costing method as weighted average PO. And thereafter, you will create one new product and you will assign this particular product to that particular product category to verify this particular case. So here in terms of the Excel, I have created onto the left side my costing engine status, while onto the right side there is going to be Vienna Advantage, some of the transactions. And utilizing these transactions, how the costing engine status kept on changing, will let you know the details on this. Okay. So as you see that on 1st of April, there is already certain quantities with a certain cost is available. So our quantity is 10 and our per unit cost is 25,000 for each available quantity. Now on to the right side, I have started doing my transaction on 1st of April. The first transaction is basically 100 quantities with 27,000 price for this laptop, and then I have received this on 4th of April, all these 100 quantity. As soon as I will complete this material receipt, my status becomes 110 as total quantity into the costing engine and 26,818 as per unit cost. Now, the next is basically I have entered the AP invoice and I receive a different price at the level of the AP invoice. And in that case, after completion of the AP invoice, even your cost will not change since your method says it is a weighted average PO. So as I have mentioned previously, that weighted average PO means the prices would always be considered from the purchase order and there is no impact of the AP invoice prices. Now the question is how this gets calculated. So the calculation says it is 25,000 multiplied by 10, and then you have this value, that is again 100 into 27,000. So it is going to be this value. Okay. Then I have available stock 10 and my new stock that is coming in is 100. So it is going to be 100. Now if I will sum both these values and I will calculate my cost, it is going to be this divided by this. So it is going to be 26,818.18. Okay. So that is how the system used to calculate the weighted average PO. Okay, once this transaction happens, thereafter we are assuming there is a certain sales happens. So at the level of the sales, there is a sales order, then you have the shipment. I have placed my margin into my sales price. I kept that margin, and with 35,000 per unit, I'm selling this particular product to my customer. So I did my delivery on 5th of April, and you would be able to see here there are 50 quantities we are selling. So my cost would be going to be 26,818, and as soon as your delivery order gets completed, my status at the level of the costing engine on 5th of April becomes 90 quantities available. 26,818 is going to be the per unit cost. So it is going to be the cost. Okay. So in this way, your product cost of goods sold would be debited and your inventory accounts gets credited. And thereafter, we do have the AR invoice. Okay. And thereafter, again, I did a purchase. I raised a purchase order. That is the value of 26,000. Previously, we raised it with 27,000. So on 6th of April, I received 100 quantities. And as soon as I will receive these 100 quantities, my status becomes 26,387.56 for 190 quantities. Now, how this gets calculated? So let me showcase you that as well. Okay. So my value is basically this per unit multiplied by, I'm sorry guys, so it is not the right figures. The right figures are going to be this. It is going to be 26,000 this multiplied by 90, and I will bring this value here. Okay, so this is going to be the value, and next value is 100 into 26,000. So that is equal to this value, and my stock available was 90 quantity previously, so I have 90 quantities available, so I would say 90 quantities, and the next quantities are basically 100 is coming up, so 100. Now we will total this and we'll click here, and now it is going to be this divided by available stock. So it is going to be 26,387.56, and the same would be derived at the level of the costing engine. Now, after entering the AP invoice, if there is a difference in price, that difference would not be considered by the system. Here, one of the important thing is I'm considering everything into the primary unit of measurement and into the base currency. If you have a different unit of measurement, a converted unit of measurement, or a different currency you are utilizing at the level of the purchase order, so you need to do those conversion to calculate the values. That is a very simple one, where I'm saying that the unit of measurement is the primary unit of measurement, whereas my currency is my base currency. But when it is a converted unit of measurement and when it is a different currency at that moment of time, these two combinations should be converted accordingly, and based on that you need to drive the cost. So I hope you would be able to understand, and this is not with this costing method but with all the costing methods that we are going to discuss. Primary unit of measurement and the primary currency, the cost used to be calculated, and if you are not utilizing primary unit of measurement and currency while calculating the cost, and that moment of time you need to do the conversions and you need to enter the values accordingly. Okay, so that's all in terms of weighted average PU. If you have any kind of questions regarding weighted average PU costing method, do let us know. Enter some comments. We'll try to give you the answers, otherwise we'll create a new video. If you find out that it is helpful to understand the weighted average PO, then I would request you to subscribe our channel and share this video to your colleagues as well. Till then, thanks a lot. Bye bye.